Hey, hi, and welcome to Brunch with Brian. And today, uh, I want to talk about a couple things, but it's National Financial Awareness Day today, and it's National Wiffle Ball today. Now, normally you think a wiffle ball is a wiffle ball game, but you play pickleball with a wiffle ball. So I feel like it's sort of pickleball day. And you know, I love pickleball. And I was going to talk about finding something that you love. And, you know, let's face it, what we want to do, most of us in our lives, is find the things we love to do, find the situations we love to be in, the people we love to be around, and then work as little as possible to finance that lifestyle. You know, if we could just do that all the time, it would be great. My hair's kind of crazy today because I was out playing pickleball and I got in a little bit late. So find something you love, and Lynette and I really love pickleball, among other things, but that's an activity we really enjoy, and it keeps us in shape, and it's very social, and you know we just love it. So that's something that we love to enjoy. Write down, and I've been thinking a lot about your bucket list and your vision board. I've been writing a new psych up, and I love these psych ups because it gives you the exact right thing to think. So if you think, well, you know, I want to make more money. So what do I think? What's the perfect way to think to make more money? So that's the psych up I'm working on right now. It's about 15 minutes long, and you're going to be able to listen to it. I also have a shortened down version. So I'm going to have a whole bunch of those that you guys can listen to. We call them psych ups. Okay, 866 psych up. So you're going to get psyched up in all these different ways, but definitely making more money. Now let's figure out, the really cool thing is if you can figure out a way to make more money that you actually like doing. So in the beginning, real estate can be a little challenging and stressful because you're just not used to it yet. You haven't found your rhythm. Once you start doing a deal or two, it gets fun. You're going to really enjoy real estate. The actual activity of it is fun. You get to talk to people on the phone. Most of them are quite nice. And, you know, so that's kind of fun. You get to like it. It's a social outlet, but it's also a very lucrative pursuit. Best time you can spend is on the phone. So, so guys, I want you to be, you know, obviously uh, wanting, you know, focusing on your financial awareness today since it's National Financial Awareness Day. And where is everybody? Comment, you guys. Make a comment. I want to say hi to you. So, what do you think about financial awareness? So, one thing about financial awareness is being aware of what your nut is, right? What's my monthly outgo? So, that's an important thing to know. It's good to know how much money you have in the bank and in savings, but that's not your day to day life. Your day to day life is what's your cash flow. So, you know, financial awareness, when I think since it's National Financial Awareness Day, let's get focused on what we need to survive monthly cash flow. How long will it take us to be able to replace that with income properties? So that's the formula you're trying to create in your life. You're trying to get 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 rent to own or rental properties that are all cash flowing about 300 to 500 bucks a month, and that will create your, you know, financial cash flow. So that will empower you to quit your job, and plus when you do it the way we do it, you get large non-refundable option deposits frequently, so that keeps your cash flow in a good spot. But the whole idea is to just accumulate a bunch of properties, and if you see anybody who makes some money in another field, a lot of times they're willing to trade that money, that pile of money, for cash flow, regular monthly income. So if you put $100,000 into a house, what's your cash on cash return? We're growing our financial awareness today on Financial Awareness Day. So if you put in, let's say you wrote a check. Let's say you wrote a check for $100,000 for a house. So you had $100,000 invested in this house. What is your return in the first year? Okay, let's say you're making about $1,000. What I'd like you, if you got $100,000 house, I'd like you to be able to make about 1,200 bucks a month rent. So let's say that you're making, since you paid it off 100,000 and you have it free and clear and you have no debt, your profit is probably 1,000 a month. Okay, so that is what return on your 100,000 investment per year? 12%. You put in 100,000, you made 12,000, So that's a 12% return on your investment. That's pretty good, okay? But most of us don't have $100,000 lying around. But what you might have, and listen, sometimes it takes some money up front to get into these deals. Sometimes it doesn't. But if you got, let's say, $20,000 in your IRA or somewhere, and you buy this $100,000 house with some kind of financing that does 80%, so then you put in 20,000 and probably some closing costs. So you're maybe into the deal for 22,000, 23,000, something like that. What's your return? Now you have debt service. Now you're paying on a mortgage. You're paying on an $80,000 mortgage. So how much is that going to be, and how much of a positive monthly cash flow? Hopefully that still leaves you, if you bought in the right area, a $500 a month positive cash flow. That means you'll have 6,000, let's call it $5,000 profit per year. Okay, so 5,000 profit per year, and how much did you put in up front? Around 20. So 5,000 profit back, you're getting a 25% return on your cash. However, that doesn't include what that person gave you down. So if they gave you a large non-refundable option deposit, if they're buying a $100,000 house and they gave you 10,000 down, which is what you're shooting for, then you got 10,000 out of your 20,000 back right away. So you're only into this deal for about 10,000, maybe 12,000. And then you're making 6,000 back in your first year. That's a 50% return on your cash. That's a really great return on your cash. So that's why even if you buy a house and have to pay 20% down and get 80% financing, so long as you keep it in the right price ranges and get a decent non-refundable option deposit, you should be in the black within the first 2 years on that house. Now the idea is to accumulate as many of those as you can. And so you got to find the right areas and just get rolling. And it is a business that gets fun. So find what you love. Lynette loves the thrill of the chase, pursuing and finding the best deals and getting them closed. So bringing down those deals. So get excited about that part of it. Use your enthusiasm. Get on the phone and get excited about it, and really make this business work for you. It's a great business, and it doesn't take a lot of time. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to work more than 20 hours a week because there's, just not that much to do, but, getting out there and seeing properties. So thank you guys for chiming in and saying hello. Hey, Lee, good to see you. Always great to see you. Great to see you, Tony. Hey, you're doing the 30-day plan. Remember, guys, at the beginning of the plan is in your what to do manual, there's a 30-day plan. So that's what we call your quick start daily plan. So get going with that if you have not already got going with that. Good to see you, Caleb. Seller meeting tomorrow to sign a purchase and sale agreement. Yay! I love to hear you guys' success stories. Awesome. Morning, Sandra. Yes, financial awareness is important. So know how much it takes per month to cover your bills. Figure out, I know that if you get really focused, unless you're making just a ton of money right now, I know that if you got focused, you could absolutely, between now and the election, you could buy enough buy and hold cash flowing properties to set yourself up to maybe replace your whole income. Okay, so let's get focused on doing that. Let's get focused on great cash flowing properties like this. We're going to be joining you in about a month for a whole day seminar, really getting into the nitty gritty of finding these properties, even using agents. So write down September 22 on your calendar somewhere. Somebody put that in the chat, September 22. And that's going to be a one-day event. And so that's a Friday. So it's a 3-day weekend for you. So ask your boss up for that off in advance if you need to get that Friday off. Again, it's September 22nd coming up. And we're going to talk about psych ups too, which I talked about earlier, to get your mind totally set in the right spot. All right, so great spending so much time with you guys. I always love spending time with you. Hands up, wave. Hey, good to see you guys. And so I will see you back here tomorrow. But what's our affirmation for today? Our affirmation for today is I know what it, let's see, I'm on my path, I'm on my way to financial freedom. So the first step starts in being financially aware, knowing kind of where you are currently, as much, and it's as important to know what you need per month to survive as it is to know what's in the bank, because your cash flow is vital. And I want you to be able to replace whatever cash flow you have now with your real estate. So I'm on my way to financial freedom. Okay, so let's say 3 times on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm on my way to financial freedom. I'm on my way to financial freedom. I'm on my way to financial freedom. Yes, and always with a big smile. Get you going in the morning, get your enthusiasm rolling. Let's do deep breathing. Nice deep breath in. Hold it for a second and let it out. That always feels really good. Sometimes I even laugh because you're relaxing all those muscles. Okay, another deep breath in with a big smile and let it go. And one more, always a big smile. Deep breath in. Hold it and let it go. Awesome. All right, so we'll be back tomorrow. Until then, keep expecting success, getting great training and motivation from the Woke Couple, and use